his girl, I think, was in the bathroom too at the same time I was. And when she got back, he's like, hey, just a heads up, I think your date is pretty drunk. You might want to keep an eye on him. And she's like, I've been having to keep an eye on him all day. I'm sick of his shit.
Wow.
So that was a sugar date gone wrong.
Welcome to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Here's your host, Marcus.
Welcome to another episode of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy, the #1 sugar dating podcast in Lithuania and the rest of the world, where we pull back the curtains on the good and the bad, and Lily,
The spicy.
the spicy.
No, the disappointed.
What?
I'm disappointed
Why are you disappointed today?
because we had a guest lined up and she ghosted us.
Yeah, I know. So somebody wrote us in, said, hey, I've got a lot of great stories. I don't know. She had this whole email, and I thought, great. That's exactly what we want to hear.
She was from North Carolina.
Yeah.
We thought we were going to talk to a hot chick with a sexy Southern accent.
Well, and plus she was a black sugar baby, so I wanted to dive into that because I know that that's a subject. I even see it on Reddit a lot where they'll say, the colored girls are at a disadvantage. I wanted to explore this subject and go in deeper in it. We've had, mixed races, black girls, Hispanic girls, Jamaican.
Damn it, North
Haitian.
Carolina.
But,
You're letting us down.
I know. I really wanted to get into that. But that's all right. We got plenty to talk about. How's
We
your week?
sure do.
Yeah.
Busy.
Yeah.
Just busy.
Still in love with Trucker?
No, we broke up.
No, bullshit. Whatever.
Yes. Unlike my friend Kimmy, I'm very consistent in my relationship.
So you just got off the phone with her and
She was out shopping
with
her little dog.
with her credit card from her billionaire sugar daddy.
I'm guessing.
So
Maybe.
the last you guys heard a few weeks ago was she was going to break up with him to get with
Her husband.
quote unquote husband. And she tried to break up with him, and there was some tears shed.
Well, and
he was supportive too.
I think he handled it graciously because
Yeah.
she just said, I'm in love with my husband. I'm moving back to Scottsdale and I want to break up with you. And he said, well, I'm here. And if it doesn't work out and you change your mind, I'm going to be here.
Right.
And then she went to infinity and beyond. Think she'd care if we tell the story?
Go ahead. She wouldn't care.
So one of her billionaire's friends invented some kind of
Psychedelic drug.
Yes. And she took it at a party and everyone was beautiful and everything was beautiful. And she was just attracted to everyone. She wanted to touch people. I don't think she did. Well, I don't know. She may have. And then they went home and they took more together, just the two of them. And they professed their love for each other and decided they should be making all kinds of babies. He drugged her into submission to give him another chance because now she's like, I don't know if I'm going to break up with anymore. And we're like, you already did. She's like, yeah, but he weaseled his way back in. So the Kimmy saga continues.
Yeah. So as of today, she has not broken up with her billionaire boyfriend.
Yeah, I think she's
/
still
sugar daddy.
torn between two lovers.
Yeah, I don't know. She's got to figure that out. But anyway, I do want to thank everybody who entered the contest for our party. Now, this episode, we are recording it a little bit before the party, so we don't have details yet of how it went.
Oh, this thing is blowing the hell up,
Yeah,
sir.
let's talk about it, though. This episode will probably be out a week or two after the party is over, so we'll have all the tea from that. But we did expand it a little bit. We had so many entries, and thank you, everyone who entered. If we didn't choose you this time, we're going to keep your application in our queue for the next party. And we're going to try to rotate through because, we want other people to experience partying with the crew of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. It's going to be a lot of fun. But we end up having more Sugar Daddy sponsors than we were expecting or that we even were going to allow. We end up allowing a couple of extra ones, which gave us some additional funds.
Mm-hmm.
So we end up buying a mini suite on the same level that we are. And the director of the Footprint Center, the arena, he said, yeah, they can just come down to your suite and party with you. They don't have to stay in that suite. So we expanded it from 22 people to 30.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got people.
We had to get a bigger party bus.
Oh, yeah, we had to get a bigger party bus. I don't know. It's going to be a little crazy because we haven't had it yet. We've had to change a little bit of the planning.
Gosh, we did housing assignments yesterday, and
Yeah.
every single room and every single Airbnb is full.
Yeah, we got 4 Airbnbs. We're housing everybody. Got those all filled up, and we've got people coming from London, people coming from Canada,
Chicago,
Utah,
Utah.
a couple from Las Vegas,
Yes.
a few locals. We got quite a few coming from Chicago. I think 4 people coming
Yes.
from Chicago.
That's accurate.
Somebody coming from Cleveland, right?
Somebody's coming from Cleveland?
Yeah, the Sugar Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
And then where's the other one from?
One guy is from Nashville and LA.
Mm-hmm.
And we got one from San Diego.
Yeah, Dr. Charles.
Mm-hmm.
We can out him. We're keeping everybody else private, but he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Well, you guys heard quite a few episodes back about the infamous Short King, and that was...
Oh, that's right, from Chicago.
Oh, gosh, what name did she use on...
Elena.
That was one of...
Chicago Submissive.
Yes.
That episode, that episode is surpassing everything.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Go
a very hot
Elena.
topic. Yeah.
Well, Elena has a sugar daddy that she calls Short King, and Short King has another sugar baby. And so the 3 of them are all coming.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking forward to that.
They're all going to stay in the same Airbnb, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, they're great friends. They
Yeah.
enjoy each other's company.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's actually engaged to not Elena, but the other sugar baby.
Really?
Yeah, because he said my fiance and perfect sugar relationship.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And he said he would like to do an episode with her and an episode by himself. And he wants her to do one by herself. So you guys will be meeting them.
I don't know if we're going to have time to do that many episodes because we got to get with Dr. Charles.
Oh, for sure.
His sugar dating life has been crazy. We want to hear all about it. So we're actually going to take a portable set here at Pod Populi. They have a remote set of microphones and a recording, I don't know what you call that
Device
thing here.
I think it's a soundboard.
Soundboard with all the lights and everything on there and the knobs. But we're going to take that and set it up probably either at my house or at one of our Airbnb. We'll try to find a place that's quiet where we can record some episodes from the party and release those. We might be releasing a lot of those in our Patreon account. So those are going to be, if you subscribe to that, you'll get to hear behind the scenes party sound bites, which is going to be a lot of fun. We're not going to release those to the
Get
public.
yourself signed up for Patreon.
Yeah,
We're going to start putting lots of fun things in there.
Yeah, and it's only $10 a month. I mean, it's really easy. You'll help support the show,
It's chump change.
and we want to make it also worth your while. So we're going to really be working on making that of some value.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a lot of great ideas for that. So just if you sign up now and it's not exactly populated to where it needs to be, we're getting there. And it's only $10. So, all right. And what else about the party? Oh, my God. So we're using my house, and now it's going to be about 30-something people.
Are you going to heat the pool up?
The pool's heated already. Yeah.
Turn it all the way up.
Yeah, we're going to have the night, but nobody's going to be swimming.
Maybe after.
Yeah.
There might be some skinny dipping.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Some of these girls seem like they're really ready to party.
Oh, yeah, and then we got people coming from New York. We got 2 people coming from New York City.
New Jersey.
Well, they're flying out of New Jersey.
Oh,
But they're coming from New York.
okay.
That's crazy. I just remembered them. Yeah, so one of them actually is helping us party plan. So
Oh,
we're
yes.
actually getting our listeners involved to help us.
The Blue-Eyed Princess. Isn't that her name?
Well, yeah, but she might want to keep that private, so you might have to bleep that out.
I will ask her.
Yeah.
The one I was editing this morning, our guy said his own name, and he didn't even catch it that he said his own name, but I caught it, so I bleeped it out.
Yeah, you said Kimmy's boyfriend's name a minute ago, so we're going to have to catch that one.
I did?
Yeah, I caught it, but you just blew right through it.
Oh, man.
I figure you catch it in editing. I wouldn't let it go through.
Yeah.
Sometimes we slip up. But
Yeah.
that's a beautiful thing. We do use aliases. We do edit these. We do make sure that the information is as anonymous as you want it to be. So if you want to be on the show, we have people on the show. We had somebody scheduled today, and all of a sudden they just disappeared. So not sure what happened.
I think she got cold feet. She did ask me if there was going to be video involved, and I assured her absolutely not. We don't do that.
No,
But I think she might have just got a little nervous.
that's all right. It happens.
We'll give her another chance.
We'll see. I don't know. I do have a lot of great submissions, and I was going to kind of get back to that. If we haven't reached out to you, thank you again for submitting it. We're going to try to reach out to all the people that we did not pick and just let them know that we are full, but you will remain in the queue for other parties, and we'll reach out again. One of the questions was, what is some of your craziest sugar dating stories? And so I'm going to go over a few of those. Here's one from London. She says, her long-term sugar daddy guy making me stay up until 10 a.m. I had to hire my friend to do the next shift while I slept. You ever pulled an all-nighter, Lily, with a sugar daddy?
Probably. More than likely.
Yeah, I did with...
I don't have like instant recall about it. Oh, yeah, maybe. Okay, and this guy was a sugar daddy from the wild,
Yeah?
and he was wild. I tried cocaine with him.
Oh, yes.
Oh, dear God.
I think
don't.
you just shocked our audience.
Yeah, I don't do drugs.
No.
Just say no. But I said yes. And yeah, we were up.
Oh, man.
We sure were.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it, but
Well-
I couldn't get addicted to it. I didn't love it. I also didn't hate it. So
Well, that's funny because the all-nighter I pulled with my girl from Egypt, and she was actually on the show.
that's right.
I can't remember she was like I think she was in the teens. Her episode was in the teens.
She was early on.
Very early on. So we pulled an all-nighter. We went out. We were at this bar just kind of hanging out, and there was a group from not from here, not from Scottsdale. There was a group of guys and girls, and they were here for a college reunion. So we're just standing in line waiting to get a drink, and the guy's real chatty with me. And he's like, hey, we're not from here. Do you know where we can get some Coke? And I'm like, dude, that is not my scene. But,
Okay, so you know the guy I'm talking about.
yeah, I do.
Would you think he's a billionaire?
Maybe not a billionaire, but he's very wealthy.
His home is like a resort.
Oh, I know. I know where his home is.
Oh, my Lord.
I played golf
And
on that
he
golf course. I looked in his backyard.
buys only the best cocaine.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Dear God.
Well, speaking of that, so back to my story.
Sorry.
So I was standing in line. The guy's like, do you know where we could get some? And I'm like, I don't, but my Egyptian friend here has a connection. And she's like, oh, yeah, yeah. So she gives this number, and he dials it up. And so we're just hanging out. And like 30 minutes, 45 minutes later or something, somebody drives up in a nice Mercedes, and they get there, and he buys like $300 or $400 worth. And
Where were you hanging out?
we were hanging out in Old Town Scottsdale at a club.
Oh,
Yeah, just drinking. They had good music going, but it was kind of quiet in there. It wasn't like real loud where you had to yell at each other. You could actually have a conversation. So anyway, this group, they were really fun, and this guy's girlfriend was just gorgeous. And Anyway, they were sitting there talking to us, and they're like, well, what are you guys doing? We have an Airbnb just up the street here. You want to come hang out after? And it's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning at this point. And I look at her, and she's like, sure, yeah, let's go hang out. I'm like, okay. So we go over there, and holy cow, did she dive into the Coke.
Oh, really?
My sugar baby. Yeah, she was experienced at it, and I had never ever done it.
Did you try it?
I'm getting there.
Oh.
So they turn on the TV, her and the other girl, and there's other guys and girls there too, but I don't know, they were all off doing some. So they're all partaking, and they're like, do you want any? I'm like, nah, I'm not really. It's a white powder. I don't know what's in it. And, I really have no desire to even try it, to be honest with you. So they're all dancing, having fun in front of the TV, being goofy. Finally, they get me to try like a little bit, just a little bit.
Did you expect it would burn?
It didn't burn.
I expected it would, but it surely did not.
No. So I tried a little bit, and it was such a microdose. I got a little bit of a feeling, but nothing crazy. And it was actually not bad. Like, it was okay, but I was like, okay, I've done it. That's it. But we ended up staying up all night.
Yeah.
And I'm 50.
Cocaine is go powder.
I'm 52 at this point, 53. I haven't pulled an all-nighter in a long, long time. And we end up staying there at that Airbnb with them yahoos sniffing away, dancing in the living room in front of the TV together, my girl and his girl. But I don't know, I was laughing. I was enjoying the scene. It was fun. But that was my one experience. My one and only experience. Can you believe that?
I can believe that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just really had no desire. Plus, I don't know what's in there.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
Well, it's true. You
Yeah.
don't know. I figured my guy had only the best. But
Yeah.
then again, I should have figured that he had probably also the strongest. And so maybe that wasn't the smartest first time trial. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's times when my behavior's a little riskier and regrettable.
Oh my God, if your daughter knew.
I think I told her.
You did?
Well, I didn't tell her the circumstances, but I did tell her I had tried cocaine once.
Oh my God. Was she shocked?
I was shocked that she wasn't that shocked.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she was surprisingly calm about it.
Yeah.
But what do you do?
In the sugar daddy, sugar baby life, unfortunately, fortunately, I don't know. There tends to be a lot of drugs involved. Have you noticed that?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah.
Not very many of mine have partaken of anything stronger than maybe marijuana, but one or two, actually two, that I've dated love the cocaine.
Yeah.
In fact, when Kimmy and I went to New York,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that guy,
Yeah.
I can't remember what we called him, but he loved Coke so much. He had been a DJ in his younger years, and he did so much cocaine, he no longer had a septum.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, he burned his septum out.
That can't be good
with
for
cocaine.
you long run. I don't know the long-term effects, but it just cannot be good for you. I'm more into, health. I like to eat good. Now, we stray a little bit, but I am working on my fitness and my health and my eating. So I don't like to do all of that stuff. But I did at Taylor Swift concert. It was my birthday, and one of the sugar daddies brought
Oh,
mushrooms.
yeah. You shroomed it up.
It didn't really do much for me. Not like what Kevin experienced and
Yeah.
those people. So
I've never tried shrooms.
yeah.
I don't think I would like it, though.
It was eating that stalk. It was kind of dry and earthy.
It felt like eating dirt.
Yeah, it really did.
Ew.
But I was really hungry, and so I was eating a lot, and then I was also drinking a lot. So I think I counter affected the effects of it. I don't know.
Okay, you asked about my daughter and her perception of
Oh, yeah.
me trying cocaine. Well, this is funny because she's caught on to the fact that since I moved to the city, I've been really just dating quite wealthy men.
Oh.
And she's picked up on the fact that I get really spoiled by these men. Specifically in my current relationship, she's like, well, just ask your sugar daddy.
Oh,
If
she's
she-
calling him your sugar daddy?
Yeah. Like she wanted...
But that could be a term of endearment, too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, she's joking, but she's only half joking. She wanted this really expensive wagon for her kids. And I was like, dear God, daughter, that is $500. And she's like, well, it can be my Christmas present from you and your sugar daddy. I'm like, oh, girlfriend. So then we're at a Cardinals football game.
Mm-hmm.
And we get settled down, and here comes down the stairs this drop dead gorgeous. Do I say black girl? Do I say African American? What do I say?
Black girl's
She was stunning.
Okay.
Gorgeous. And she comes down and she's looking up the stairs. And here comes stumbling behind her this obviously decades older white dude. And I thought he was like handicapped because he couldn't walk properly. But later on, we discovered he was just drunk out of his mind. And I could just tell she wasn't all that comfortable with him. And I don't know if it's because he was drunk or because he was obviously older. But my daughter leans over and she goes, you're not the only one that's got a sugar daddy. And I was like, I just got done whispering that to Trucker.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, oh, that's a real obvious sugar relationship right there. They both were wearing rollies. She had her nails done, her eyelashes done. I was pretty sure it was a sugar relationship. He kept reaching over and grabbing her hand.
Yeah.
And then she would tolerate it for a minute, and then she'd need to suddenly get on her phone. She wasn't really loving the whole dynamic they had going on there.
Yeah.
And then later on, I was in the bathroom, and apparently my son-in-law gets up to go, I don't know, buy a beer or go to the bathroom himself. And the sugar daddy stands up to let him out of the aisle and falls. And my son-in-law has to catch him. He was just plastered. And so his girl, I think, was in the bathroom too at the same time I was. And when she got back, he's like, hey, just a heads up, I think your date is pretty drunk. You might want to keep an eye on him. And she's like, I've been having to keep an eye on him all day. I'm sick of his shit.
Wow.
So that was a sugar date gone wrong.
Well, it's funny because Alejandra's parents have called me her sugar daddy. So I think they've caught on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost a 30-year age gap.
Yes.
And I keep buying her nice things and providing for her. So
Yes.
they're not stupid.
No.
But the other crazy thing is we work out together in the morning, and she's so affectionate, and she wants to make sure the other girls know that I'm taken. So she'll come and like start cuddling up to me while we're working out. And I'm like, I need my space.
Get off of me. I'm sweaty.
I know. It's like, it's almost a little too much.
She loves to mark her territory.
Going back to this guy being drunk, I have heard on both sides where a sugar date goes bad because one of the parties cannot handle their alcohol. Mm-hmm. And have you ever had like a sugar day that just has gotten blitzed and just cannot handle his alcohol while he's out?
No, that's usually me. I do love tequila.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I don't know my limits. But I've never like gotten sick or
No.
Katie. Remember when Katie told a story about she was nervous on her first date with a sugar daddy and they went bowling and she drank far too much wine
Oh.
and she just puked and puked the
yeah.
whole night.
So embarrassing.
But he was nice. He held her hair and I've never done that. I've never been on a date where I drank too much and puked everywhere.
Well, I've told this story before, but I'll rehash it. I'd been talking to this girl for just off and on a couple months, just casually check in with her. We were trying to plan dates, but like either she had her kids that weekend or there was always something, right? So I'm in Vegas playing at the World Series of Poker, and she's like, hey, I'm kid free this weekend. What are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm actually in Vegas. And she goes, oh, you should invite me or fly me up there. And I go, matter of fact, I think I will. And I did. It was a big leap of faith.
Oh, I remember this story.
Yeah. So when she got there, she was very attractive. I had no problem. I was very happy. No problem with how she looked. So that was a big relief. her personality, she was just sweet and calm, and the conversation flowed well. And I'm like, holy cow, this is going to be a fun weekend. And then we went to the bar. We were actually she was going to get ready because we were going to go out to a club that night. And she goes, hey, can you run down and get me a vodka and soda? Tito's and soda. Double. So I did.
So accommodating,
and
sir.
That is when the shit show began, where she turned into a completely different person after she had about her 7th or 8th double Tito's and soda for the night.
Like she was a mean drunk?
Oh, not mean. Well, I don't know. Getting in a fight with the taxi driver because she said that he's not a very happy person. And yeah, I guess it would come in. And that
She was bullying the taxi driver?
Oh yeah, and getting in arguments with him, and that we were all aliens, and she went on this whole thing. It's like all this,
aliens from outer space?
yeah, all this nonsensical like things where a little too deep for most humans to absorb or even comprehend. It's like she's trying to espouse her beliefs on the taxi driver. And because he
that poor guy.
wasn't partaking or buying all the bullshit she was saying, then she started talking bad about him
Oh, man.
to where he could hear her.
Oh, God.
And I'm in the back seat going, oh, God. Oh, this is not good. That was fun.
Now, is this the same one that wrecked your rental car?
No.
That was a whole different one?
No, that one was on Xanax.
Oh.
That was the Vegas girl that got blitzed out of her mind on Xanax. No, this is the one who got so drunk that I left my bag with the $10,000 at the bar
Oh, yeah.
because I had to carry her back to the hotel room. The crazy thing is, that happened the second weekend I took her to Vegas. Not only was I a glutton for punishment the first time, I took her to Vegas again a few weeks later because I couldn't believe that it went that crazy the first time. I had to experience it all over again.
Did you have a conversation with her in the morning about maybe pacing herself?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what to say because the first time I got her back up to the room, we were at the club and things got weird and she was talking nonsensical to people and women and men. And I think she was hitting on some women at the club. I don't know. I'm trying to keep somewhat control of the situation and I'm losing control. And it was just very uncomfortable. So I get her up to our room and she just passes out. And I'm like, okay, that's actually probably a good thing.
She was probably blackout drunk and didn't remember
Yeah.
any of this
Yeah.
the next day.
Well, and that's the thing. The next day, she wakes up. She's sweet as pie. We go have breakfast. We talk about some things, got a little deep into her history. She shared some things that were very interesting about her past. But I connected with her on a nice level, and we had a lot of fun. Until the double Tito's and soda started again. And then
Were we day drinking at this point?
afternoon drinking. Yeah. And
Goodness.
it got to be another long night. So, but like I said, Marcus is a glutton for punishment. And 2 weeks later, when I'm in Vegas, she goes, "Hey, I don't have my kids this weekend. You want me to come back to Vegas?" And I said, "Sure, come back to
Let
Vegas."
me wager a guess. She was a hot brown girl.
No, just Caucasian, brunette.
Oh, surprising.
She does acupuncture for a living, or that's what she was doing at the time, and cupping and a lot of like spiritual healing type arts and stuff. Yeah.
Did she cup you?
She did cup me.
Did she cuff you?
Oh, cuff. No.
No,
I thought you said cup.
I did.
Yeah. No, actually, we're still friends. Have
I met her?
No. So one of the things that she likes to yell out when she is drunk, which is probably a true statement, but people don't really want to hear it, is, okay, so she's, this is crazy. So we're sitting there near the bar. We're actually at a table, and there's a bar maybe like 8 feet away, about 8 feet away, very close, and people sitting on bar stools. Somehow we got to kind of chatting across the way with a few gentlemen there because she was saying something crazy, and they're like, what? And she's like, and she looked at them and yelled out, Michelle Obama's a man.
Oh, God.
And they're like, what? They're like, Michelle Obama is a man. And she's just yelling this across our table and the guys are like, okay. And then they get up from the bar and they walk over, and we had a couple seats there. And I was like, here, have a seat.
Enjoy the show.
Welcome to the show. And they're like, oh, she's a man? And she's like, yes, Michelle Obama is a man. And she starts espousing upon them her whole philosophy of why Michelle Obama is a man. Now, I think she's right.
What?
At the moment, I hadn't researched the situation. But now, after some research just to see if she was really off her rocker or if she had a point, I think she has a point.
Wait, what?
What? You didn't know that?
Michelle Obama is trans?
Well, no, I think you haven't kept up with all the news?
No.
Oh, yeah. Barack admitted to a lot of stuff. And no, you haven't seen this? And
No. Tell me.
no, well, I don't have enough knowledge to do it right here. I don't have anything in front of me, but there's a lot of, there's definitely
Like she's an intact
a lot of
male.
evidence. I don't know. I don't know if she's intact, but there's a lot of evidence to show that she used to be Michael.
Wow.
Because Michael disappeared and Michelle appeared. I'll give you the evidence when we're out of here. I don't have it pulled up in front of me, but I'm just saying.
I'm rarely speechless, but I thought that was just all a joke.
No, it's not a joke.
I thought it was just people thinking they were hilarious because she
plenty of
is
photos.
sort of manly.
Yeah, no, she's very manly. But regardless, I don't care. It's just people talk about it. I didn't care at the time, but she's yelling out to people. And so I did research, and now I'm kind of on her side. But I'm never going to go around just yelling it out to people. And
Why
this
not?
was years ago, before a lot of this was before it
I
even
think it's a
came
great
out.
icebreaker.
Oh, yeah. Well, you remember Joan Rivers? They interviewed her. She was walking into a building, and she goes, of course Michelle's a man. Everybody knows that. And she was dead serious, and she walked in the building, and then a few days later, she's dead. Dun, 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 dun.
I fully believe Michelle Obama is a woman. I don't need to die by death.
Yeah, no.
No, thank you.
No. Yeah, my name is Marcus, and it's an alias, so don't come after me.
Oh, God.
No, but
we're going to have to go into witness protection now.
There was a big conspiracy that came out, and my sugar baby at the time, this was many years ago, was kind of one of the first ones that I'd heard it from. So I'm sitting there thinking, this girl's off her freaking rocker, but maybe she's not.
Goodness.
Oh, and here's the other crazy story.
Okay.
So she said that she was driving her car, and she told me this when she was sober, but it was after a long night of drinking. So we're in a restaurant having breakfast or brunch or whatever, and she says, I'm driving, and it was a place up here in North Scottsdale area. She's told me the road. I'm driving down the road, and all of a sudden, there was a barrier just appeared in front of her, like a blockage, a barrier. And she was going full speed, and then all of a sudden, her car went up. She's telling me the aliens pulled her car up. And the car went straight up, but this was like after she hit the barrier. So she hits the barrier, and then she feels her car go straight up. And then she ends up 5 miles away in a hospital parking lot in the car. She said the car was sat down in the parking lot, and that's where she woke up. And the car had both axles were completely broken. There's no way she could have driven it there. And she says that the aliens
picked her up and deposited her at a hospital.
Transported the car
What?
5 miles away and put it in the hospital parking lot. And
Was it a mental hospital? I feel this is where she belongs.
And then everybody who inspected the car would not roll. The car would not do anything. It was the axles were both completely broken. So the car couldn't even move. And last thing she remembers was being on this one road 5 miles away. And then she remembers waking up in the hospital parking lot. So she told me that story. So you get into a lot of interesting situations with sugar babies.
Aliens
That's my point.
Saved my life.
Yeah. So this is the girl that
Did she go in the hospital?
No,
get
she
checked
said
out?
she was fine.
So weird.
Yeah. No, she said she was unharmed, completely unharmed. But the aliens saved her.
I feel like she dreamed this.
I know. Isn't it crazy?
Did she show you a picture of the car?
No. Like her car, no, but she told me. I'm just having to go off her word at this point.
Yeah. Crazy. Okay. So a couple weeks ago, we were talking, and you said you were going to meet Alejandra's stepdad?
Yeah, it didn't happen. He ended up going out of town.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to know how that went.
I know. We're still on our way to do that.
Do you think he's avoiding you?
Oh, no. I think we're actually get along fantastically. We're into the same things, same sports. He's a sports fanatic. He doesn't like Dallas Cowboys.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Red flag.
Which is a problem. He likes every other team. So
Your team kicked my team's ass the other day.
it did?
Yeah.
Who's your team?
The Rams.
Oh, that's right. We did. But we're, on schedule to meet him. But no, I'm in good graces with the parents, the mom and the dad who are separated.
Okay. So the mom recently had a birthday.
Yeah, 45.
Alejandra's mom is younger than you.
Yeah.
By 8 years.
I know.
That's funny. And I thought it was Alejandra in the photo at first. She looks just like her mom.
Yeah, which is really nice for me because they say that the daughters, a lot of times that they'll look like their mother. And I've had sugar babies in the past where I've seen their mother who is well over 250 pounds. And that's not really what I was wanting.
Her mom is stunning.
Her mom is stunning, still at
She's
45.
beautiful.
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm excited about the future with Alejandra.
There you go.
She, if she turns out like her mother, then be a good thing. Well, I mean, even if she doesn't, I'll still love her. But yeah, so her parents now are kind of pushing her for kids.
Oh, gosh.
I know.
Well, you want a kid.
I wouldn't mind it. Yeah. I did everything backwards.
You sure did.
I had all my fun when I was in my 30s and 40s.
Who do you think you are, Benjamin Button?
Yeah, I know, right? No, it'll be really challenging, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh,
You'd finally have someone to leave your wealth to.
yeah. Crazy story. So she's friends with a guy who she used to nanny for.
Oh, yes, I know.
And then she's also friends with the lady that she just quit nannying for because now Alejandra's in school and she doesn't have time to be a nanny. So she's friends with both of them on Facebook. Well, he just announced after 4 months of dating that he has now officially have a girlfriend, and he put the picture of Alejandra's lady that she was nannying for. So the guy that she nannied for
Oh.
before, and then the lady she just got through nannying for are now a couple.
How did that happen?
I know. It's crazy. They met on an app.
That is really wild.
She's a doctor.
I thought you were going to tell me, because I know one of the gentlemen that she nannied for, he and his wife were getting a divorce.
Yeah.
And he mysteriously one day said, "So, I saw your photos, Alejandra, on a dating app."
That's the doctor's ex-husband. The one she just got through nannying for. He is on Seeking.
Yeah.
And he started coming on to her because he saw her on Seeking.
Yes.
And she is not attracted to him at all.
Yes.
And it was very creepy.
Yeah.
But anyway, the guy that she used to nanny for, he is really good looking, but he always goes for these rich ladies, the doctors and lawyers and stuff or whatever. But he's so emotionally immature, even though he's 50. I think. He's very emotionally immature.
That is unfortunate.
So she is in this dilemma. He's got caught cheating a lot.
Oh, God.
So she's in this dilemma of, does she inform her recent boss.
I'd be surprised if
about
she doesn't
this.
say something because she's
Yeah.
really outspoken.
I know.
Do you remember when her ex-boyfriend was trying to hit her up and she said, "Oh, no, 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 you don't. You have a girlfriend."
Oh.
And she told the girlfriend,
Oh, that's right.
"Hey, just so you know,
Yeah.
he's hitting me up.
Yeah.
He is living with you and he's looking me up out of his past. So you might want to reel that in."
Right?
She is saucy.
Yeah. So we are going to have Alejandra on soon with Amy. So look for that episode. I'm not sure. We don't have them on the schedule yet, but they want to come on and talk about a little bit of the BDSM side of dating, sugar dating. You see that a lot actually in the sugar dating sites.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's much in the regular ones like Tinder or Bumble or Hinge, but certainly in sugar dating where men are forking out money, they tend to be a little bit more forward about that.
There's also sites that are almost like fetish sites that people go on when they want certain things and they're looking for like-minded people.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what the one
Well, there's one called Fat Life.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Gosh, I can't remember what the other one was that the retired ER doc that I dated, he liked to go on there and look for
that's
scenarios.
Right. But that one wasn't public.
Oh, it wasn't?
Yeah.
I cannot remember what it
remember,
was called.
yeah,
It started
yeah.
with a C. I'll think of it for a future episode.
Yeah, but I think that one wasn't public. Like they didn't advertise it or something.
Maybe not.
There was something weird about that. But what else? Oh, let me get to a couple letters here. We're running out of time quickly. Somehow we filled in this time with absolutely no preparation.
We got 4 minutes.
All right, so here is a craziest sugar dating story from one of our contestant winners. It says, when my ex and I broke up, I was incredibly sad and couldn't bear to stay in New York. My godmother's friend, who owns a nationwide tire company based in California, I had met before in New York. She says in parentheses, I once drove him to shop for his kids and he tipped me $2,000. He offered me a chance to come to Las Vegas and join him in his suite where we had 2 connected rooms. He took me and his friends out to dinner. Then the next morning he had an emergency and had to leave, but he left me $5,000 and unlimited room service, even asking me to invite my girlfriends to enjoy 2 more nights by ourselves. I was completely shocked and didn't understand why he was doing this or what he wanted from me. Well,
Interesting.
yeah. I mean, some people just have... I've heard of that happening, though. Yeah.
Got all that disposable income and you just want to treat somebody to the time of their life.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like he had any expectations either.
Oh, here is one. I love this one. Okay. This girl is from Utah. Says, what's your craziest sugar dating story? Says, I'm a professional dancer, and I had a sugar daddy rent out a theater for a private performance. It was the craziest thing anyone has ever done for me, and it was fun to choreograph something for him.
That's cool.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
She says, what topics would you like to hear about on future shows? An all-girl episode. Perspective from the sugar baby and sugar mamas out there.
We're going to have a sugar baby takeover.
There you go. I think more and more females are getting into sugar dating, but have a negative stigma around it. I think having an all-girl episode, even if it's just an extra sugar, would be fun. Now, did you record a little something?
You never listened to it?
I still haven't. I'm going to have to listen to it on the way out of here.
Yeah. I
You gave
recorded
it a shot?
something called Sweet Nothings from Lilly.
Maybe I can use it as extra sugar this week.
Well, that's what I was hoping you would do, but I don't know. Listen to it. I've never honestly listened to an extra sugar, so I don't really know what you do.
What?
On there. Well, because you edit them yourself. So I was like, he says it's just a short little something. So I was talking about helping somebody with their profile. And the guy that I helped with his profile said he's getting quite a bit more traffic.
Really?
Now that we added in some different photos and we changed up his wording. And I talked about the way I did that was I experimented with, what is it? GPT chat? What is it?
Chat GPT.
That. I played with that for the first time and it was really cool.
Huh.
It really helped me come up with some more dynamic wording for his profile.
Very good. All right, and I'll leave you with one last one. Here's another girl from Chicago that entered the contest. We didn't choose her. She's gorgeous. It says, what is your craziest sugar dating story? She says, I'm still so new, but one fun one is the time I went to a meet and greet with this guy for 1 hour, discussed general things, just getting to know each other. He asked if I was a foodie and what places I'd like to try in the city. I am a foodie, but of course I drew blanks and couldn't think of any except one of the top restaurants in the world and only 3 Michelin star restaurants in Chicago. I mentioned it more like a one day in the future when I'm more equipped, would love to do that. Obviously stating it's a far out of reach dining experience for me and most. One day later, he tells me he's booked us a table there. I can't tell you how elated I was. We went and had so much fun, ate well, may have stolen a trinket from the table, as a souvenir, of course, and had a great evening together afterwards. Well, that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Elena was in town doing our podcast from Chicago, and we told her what's the best restaurant in Arizona, and we said
Cafe Monarch.
Cafe Monarch, and she got a sugar daddy to take her to Cafe Monarch the very next day.
Very nice.
How cool is that?
I wonder if she's still in contact with him.
I don't know.
Wonder if she had fun.
You know what?
I know she ate well.
Yeah, she ate well, and she's coming to the party, so we're going to have to catch up with her on that. But anyway, if you want to share your crazy sugar dating stories, we'd love to hear them. Go to our website at secretsofasugardaddy.com and make sure to follow us on Instagram. Always need more followers there, and we have a lot of fun stuff. Let's see what else. Patreon. We have a link to our Patreon. It'll be at the bottom of this podcast. Join us. It's $10 a month. We appreciate the support, and we are going to offer a lot of things in there that you are not going to get for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else?
Why buy the cow
Yeah.
if you get the milk for free?
Yeah, exactly.
You guys need to buy our cow and do Maria Skeptura's
Yeah, I think
interview.
Yeah, I think maybe by the time this comes out, she might be done with it. But
Oh, really?
yeah, she contracted us for 10
Episodes?
episodes. I think we're well past it, but I don't mind giving her a free plug out. The last thing, OMG, yes. At the bottom of our website, you will see some links. And if you click on that link to OMG, yes, it'll take you to a great course on how to pleasure a woman properly. It's a one-time cost. I wouldn't recommend it if I hadn't done it myself. Matter of fact, I did it myself before even, I think even before I started the podcast. And I loved it so much that I contacted them and said, hey, I want to promote your program. So we're now an affiliate with them. Highly recommend it. You will learn a lot, and your girl will love you for it. So go click on that, and you will just become a better lover very quickly. That's always good, right, Lily?
We like better lovers.
All right. Thanks for hanging in with us. Until next episode. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to connect or even be on the show, we'd love to hear from you at secretsofasugardaddy.com.